Hey guys, I needed to meditate, so I thought I'd go ahead and go live, even though I wasn't supposed to be here. But I wanted to do this tonight anyway, and I needed to get the word out there for it, so this is a good posting for that. Plus, it invites you early birds during the day to come in. So I'll just sit here and wait for you guys and see if anybody else shows up or whatever. But I'm really antsy to kind of get started. Hey, we are going to do a meditation, a group meditation. Depends on how many people comes in, is how big our circle is going to get. Whenever we're up in the air and we're all flying around, you're going to feel it as long as you're open to it and you really think about who's in the room. Kind of just scroll up and down, and now I'll help you get familiar. If you're not talking, please talk so that we know you're here, so that we can connect with you, so we can all hold hands, extend our love to one another. That's what I'm trying to do. That's what I've been trying to do, is connect us like a web. That's my goal. That's my job. That's why I'm here on YouTube, is to do that. Let me pick that up. And we're just gonna. We've done this before, so it was over on Tim Hughes TV's channel. It went over great. It kind of felt like a little mini orgasm. It felt pretty weird, but it felt good. It wasn't like a sexual thing. It was like an angelic thing. There was nothing wrong with it, I don't think, because we were just flying around in circles together. There's been times that I went to hunt with a wolf before throughout this meditation thing, with connecting with someone, even in my sleep. So our powers are really strong right now, and I would like to take full grab of that and try to experiment and see what we can and can't do. So far, I've learned how to see through somebody else's eyes, remote view, astral project. I mean, this has been a lot in the past 50, 60 days now. Um, Really hard to do is to get here to have complete love and understanding and unconditional love, even of the people that you don't trust. And I come to realize that all that kind of comes together once you enter this Buddhahood way of learning. So I'm a Buddha in training, I guess. Like, I know that a Buddha is a person that's awake, but I think that it's a person who's fully awake, who understands the meaning of unconditional love. And I know that somebody had said, look up the meaning of Buddha, and I did. It's exactly what I thought it was, a person who's awake. Um, I just think that it's a person who is higher up in awakening. Like, they took the initial challenge, they learned what they needed to learn in the amount of time that I had. I learned that, and through my ceremony, I was initiated into this Buddhahood. Hey, Joe Info, we are going to do a group meditation. You ready? Get a water. Um, get comfortable. Find a spot that you can sit in, that you're going to be comfortable in. You may, people feel different things. I particularly, you guys can discuss within chat yourselves on what you guys experience whenever you meditate. But whenever I start to do this group meditation, you'll see me do this, and a lot of people do that. I heard. I was kind of embarrassed about it at first, and I kept trying to stop it, and it just messed it up, and I couldn't get to where I meditated. That was one of my big issues, I think, whenever I first started meditating, was because I was kind of trying to hold back, because it is a little bit embarrassing to do things that you're not in control of, like whirl around in a circle. But it's there, and it creates this energy, so I'm willing to do that, and it creates this love that I'm trying to connect. So I am willing to embarrass myself. If you are, uh, please join me. We're going to wait a little while longer. It's only been like not even 5 minutes. I just kind of wanted to wait around for everyone else and see if anyone else, because I didn't give too much notice. And there's a lot of day people out there. And I'm just going to click this up while you guys are chatting amongst yourself. Joe, get to know Positive Vibe. Uh, he's in the Discord if you wanted to take a look at the video, Joe, of him and his son eating ice cream and how they tried to destroy that by buffering every day. It's buffering on the positive. And, I've looked at channels positive, and I looked at your channel. I had your channel up. I had a person that was playing hockey and a person that just had a live chat going on, and yours was buffering all like hell, and the rest of them were just like playing like there's no tomorrow. It was really sad. I hate that whenever that happens. I feel really bad that your videos are cut like mine are. But that's the way it's to be, I guess. Whenever you're dealing with negative people who own a company like this is what happens. So we just got to deal with it and strive hard to keep going and pushing forward and finding a new way around that and just keep working through it. Let me just pull up my video here, that way I can see you guys a little bit more clearly. And I'll put on a little bit of music too while you're waiting. Found a little bit of something here, and let's see if any of this gives me... I don't think it will give me any kind of copyright because it says free play. It's from a channel. And if I do, I will. I don't care anymore. I'm tired of trying to work around this. Let me just get that up. Let me put this down in the description here. That way there's less likely that I'm going to get in trouble for this. Just copy. I'm sorry I do this, but I figure I have a little bit of time in between of doing this. Facts! That is the truth. They do try to buffer you, man. They do a pretty darn good job of it, too. Let's see. Go ahead and... paste. And Bruferr Beatz. This is one of our... somebody that I picked up in the community. They have a lot of subscribers, but that's understandable because it is a music station and people love their music. Oh, lovely. I did not do that. It was like totally skipped into a video of somebody else's and it's somebody else's channel. Talk about weird. And of course I can't get it to line up without pressing that other button. So you try to copy it, but you can't even copy it. They don't tell you anything in these videos. They should have to tell you something if it's going to be copyrighted or whatever, but they never do. So I'm at risk here. So I just want to make sure I'm doing everything I can because I hate commercials. I don't like them on this channel. I don't want anybody to get brainwashed except for whenever I do my brainwash videos. So let me just get this and we'll start here pretty soon. It's been 8 minutes. And I'm thinking about 10 minutes and then we'll start. So it's 8 minutes now, so we get about 2 minutes and we'll get to it. I promise it won't take that long to wait for people. Be patient like you have to do at 7-Eleven and you're waiting to get served. I just want to put this other meditational video in, or this video but sound in here because it says I have to do this. I'm free to use it, but you have to do the following. So I'll do the following, copy, and paste. Of course, they got to take up all the room in the description with their stuff. Just copy down the name of the video. And we should be ready after that. Should be just about time. Oh, great. That's not the start off point. Let's bounce it. Get up here. Paste it. Oh, I didn't need to do that. Okay. So leave that like that. Now we'll save that. And get back over to the live. There we go. No, we'll go from here. That's okay. Let me get to you. Positive. There is no negative vibes here. If you see any, please erase those and delete those. If I curse or if I show negativity, please straighten me out like I would do you. We're all human after all, and this is a family channel, and I want to keep it that way, so I try not to cuss, but sometimes this is just really hard and it does come out. But if you want to say something, you are now our monitor. You are now our mentor. I don't like to call them monitors. I like to call them mentors because that's what you are. You're teaching people here how to act in a chat room that's of positive vibes, and only positive vibes. There is no negative here. And that's the only rule I have, is to be respectful and be positive. Now there's some people that come in, you know, that troll, as long as they're cool whenever they troll and they're funny and they don't say, you know, a lot of bad negative things, they're cool. I don't care. Anything to get people in here and taking a look around so that whenever they wake up, they know where to come. Because there are going to be a lot of them that wake up from what I'm getting emotionally. And we'll go ahead. And if you like this beat, it's in the description. It's got like 10,000 views on it right now, which is not too bad. I try to stick with the community, but there's not very much going around. All there is rap, and you know, rap is not the kind of mood that I want here right now. And this was the quickest thing I can come up with in less than 10 minutes, because I just kind of jumped in here. And you know, rap is not the kind of mood that I want here right now. This is the quickest thing I can come up with in less than 10 minutes. So let me mute this. That way you're not hearing me twice. Hey, fifth wheel, we are getting ready to do our meditation. If you're not ready, let me know and I will wait for you. You're just going to need to relax for about 10-15 minutes or so. And we're gonna spin in a circle together. That's what we're planning on doing. And yeah, so whenever you decide to talk positive, you'll have your wrench, and you will then be a mentor to everyone in the room who comes in new, to be able to teach them how to be positive. And I think I have everything in order here. I have you as a monitor as well. And don't worry about the chat. I'll take care of the chat while we're meditating. You guys just whirl around and connect. Take the time to look at Joe and to get familiar with him. If you're not chatting, please chat, because this is a group meditation. If we don't know who you are, then we can't connect. We got to be able to connect here. So if you haven't said anything, just say a quick hello or just a thumbs up or just something, anything, so we can see who you are, so that we can connect with you, so we can all hold hands and make this love, holding hands, grow. Because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to wrap this around the world. The world is wrapped around in a net right now of negative energy. It's been very negative out there, and they've been working very hard to make that happen. And it's up to us to work very hard to make the opposite happen. If you're not of that, please leave, because this is a positive channel, and I would really love to get connected with people. And that's what this session is all about, this powwow today. There's going to be a powwow tonight. If anyone has seen this video and wants to come back tonight, it's down in the description. All that's down in the description. So I'm going to get started here. And so far we have 2 people in the room. That's plenty enough to have a little circle going around, Positive and Joe. Just kind of look at each other's avatars, the names, what you guys say to each other. And that kind of gives you a feel of who that person is, and you'll start feeling that. Joe knows how to do it. He'll give you a hug. You'll feel like a little tingle in your heart. You'll feel like it go cold right here, and it'll just, you know, it'll envelop your heart, and it'll feel like a little tingle. That's what it'll feel like. So just open up your heart and be ready to receive the love that we're going to share. It's not anything, you know, like sexual orgasms. It's just like a little orgasm of love. And it is very powerful. It is very wonderful. So we'll get started. It's about a 13-minute video. So take a couple of deep breaths. Just kind of get centered. If you don't know how to meditate, you just take a deep breath in as long as you can, however long you can do it. And then once you get to your maximum breath on the inside, you want to hold that for about 1 or 2 seconds, however long you can again, and then let it out for as long as you can, and then hold that down at the bottom there, and just keep focusing on that breath. And you focus on it, and any thoughts that come, just push them away. Keep concentrating on the breath that's within you, and you'll get there. So let's do that for about 3 minutes before I turn on the video. That way we're in complete silence and we're able to kind of center ourselves. Positive, just try to connect with us. Try to reach out and grab Joe's hand, grab Joe's heart, give him a hug. Just think about Joe, think about me, and you'll get there. It's very easy once you start letting out that love, especially with this frequency that we're happening right now. And I can feel a way. Somebody's hugging me. There's a way in there. And actually it's in between the throat and the heart, whoever that is. That means you're a hunter, whoever you are. And I like my hunters. It could mean you're a hunter. That's been my experience. It could be a hunter of journeymen. It could be a hunter of travelers. It could be a hunter of just stuff, demons, whatever. Hunter of things. I think I feel positive in there. He's right behind my heart. And if I'm not mistaken, I think that's Joe right here. And positive is back here behind my heart. Behind my boob. So I just wanted to verify that we are connected. So I'm going to start this video. We are. And we're somewhat connected. right positive movement or positive vibes. You reach in and you grab my heart. And you just play with it a little bit. That's what you do. I mean, it's gross to think about, reaching out for somebody's boobs, but this is what you gotta do. Because you can't touch me just by holding out your hand. You have powers within your hands, you know that. You know that you have powers in your hands. This is a non-sexual meditation. It doesn't have anything to do with sex or anything, so do what you will. As long as you're not violating me. There it is. And Joe, you're right there in my throat there. Know that you're a strong observer. Know that that's you. job. I was spinning. I don't know about you guys. I was spinning. Especially whenever all three of you guys with me was doing it. I mean, that was really, like, as soon as Daniel got here, whew. So it did work. I don't know if you guys felt it, but I felt it. I felt all you guys in there. Somewhere in the chakras. Somewhere in there. So let's see what's going on over here. So positive vibes, sending peace and love and positive vibes. Well, good. We needed that. And yeah, so now he has his mentor. Daniel's a mentor, and we all know what we're looking for in the chat. So this is my powwow, and sometimes I dance around. It just depends on how I feel. And you know, I just like to do different things. One of these days, I'd like to do a drum. I found a little drum over my brother-in-law's house, and thinking about taking it and borrowing it for one of my powwows. But we'll see where it goes with that, because you know it's not my thing. I have to borrow it, and who knows if you let me borrow it. So we'll see about that. And Galaxy Corn Club will probably be in the house tonight. If anybody wants to come back and enjoy the galaxy, the corn. Tim Hu will probably be there. Damien will probably be there, and I'm pretty sure Wisdom or somebody with wisdom will probably be there. I know that there always is. We always have at least one or two in the house in the evening that's pretty knowledgeable. So if you have any questions, just put them in the chat tonight, and you'll probably get them answered. And positive, I'm gonna get a hold of you. Try to get through to you on either Hangouts or something of that nature. I think I have you on Hangouts. I'm pretty sure I do. I'll chat you along. And I wanted to tell you more about the Discord and that. And Daniel, if you wanted to become in Discord, just keep chatting it up over there at Tim's. Let him see you. See you chatting. Yeah, it is very powerful. Very, very powerful. I like doing this because it connects us. And I have a feeling that that's what we're supposed to be doing with this, is connecting on a more spiritual level. Times are different than they once were in the writings of long ago. Like for these books that I have, like the Tibetan Book of the Dead. I don't know what you believe, positive vibes, but a lot of people have different beliefs. I don't believe in the truth of any book. So I went for the oldest book, and that was the Tibetan Book of the Dead. It's one of the oldest writings that are available. And this book was made in 1972. So that means it was before all the censoring took place within the books and all that. I think it started like back in the 1980s, from my recollection of whenever things started to change in the censoring of books. So I don't trust it fully. There's a few things in here that are negative that I don't believe, because in this I believe that you have to be totally and fully unconditional love. There is no judgment or one-sidedness in this book. It kind of states something about, and this is what I'm talking about, even back then they were censoring, so you got to be careful with some of the stuff, because it says something about, like, if you're of money, that you have more deities than anyone else, and that is not so. It's all in your job and what you're meant to do. And if your job is more dangerous than others, then you have more deities protecting you, because that's what you need, because you have a lot of negative attacking you. I do believe in negative spirits, negative beings being that they are used. If someone has attachments, this is what I believe. And we have different beliefs in our education center there. Nanya, did you see my phone in the messenger? Not recently. I haven't been in the messenger recently. I seen that you accepted my invite. And I know a lot of people think that whenever it comes in and says you want to hang out on Hangouts, that first initial one is just, you know, like a thing that they send you. I don't really send that to you, just so people know that whenever I'm sending them these Hangout invites. And I do it to anybody I don't know too, because I'm trying to keep track of you all and 5G plus and take advantage of that until the end of the year before it falls and fails. So that's the reason why we're doing this positive, is because YouTube is doing a lot of censoring to us, particularly the positive people that are made of love. And I have a feeling that you are my fellow traveler and that you are helping in this. You're just in a different sector side. I think you're in the positive movement side of things. But I just thought it'd be nice if we all held hands at this point, because it's coming time to where all these people are going to wake up and they're going to need some place to go. YouTube is not going to be anymore. They're already taking away Google Plus, and they're already censoring us and making our feeds difficult for us. We'll put it down to a higher or to a lower HP, and it'll still buff. And there's chats too that they take a hold of, making you look bad, kind of doing an autocorrect, but it's not an autocorrect. It's coming out with a totally different word, or it's cutting, or it's sending your text or your chat before you've even done. It's just horrible what they're doing to us, because it does make us look bad and it makes us not trust each other. And that is the one thing that we have to have somewhat of, is trust. Now, I don't believe in trusting somebody 100%, because if you can't trust yourself 100%, how can you trust anybody else 100%? So I'm not into that kind. I am into unconditional love, even if somebody has done you wrong in your lifetime, terribly wrong, even if they murdered your family member. You have to find that love, the original state of being there, of positive, because at some point they're going to revert back to that and have to be recycled and live in the life that they treated you as. But they're clean after that, and they still have learned what they learned in this lifetime. So I encourage, even if you feel like you're a bad boy and, you know, but you do believe in this kind of love and you do want to learn it, just as long as you're respectful and you're not negative, we'll accept your way of thinking. We believe that everyone has their own in this, even the flat earthers. Everybody has their own beliefs, and everybody is right about their own beliefs. In different worlds, different dimensions. I mean, just a lot of different things that are coming into play here that I've been seeing within myself, with other people who has been coming in and out, and Timothy over there at Tim Who TVs, and I've been over there quite often in the third shift hours. And that's going to happen. We're going to change things up. Me and Timothy are going to change things up, just so you guys know. So I get, like today, and he gets, so let's say like he went up last night, so this is my day, and then he goes up tomorrow, and the next day, the following day is my day. I know that I have to stay up all day, but that's just me. You know, I'm like that. I'm like the Energizer Bunny. I don't really need much sleep. I got my sleep after my 20-hour welcoming to the Buddhahood initiation. I got enough rest after that. I think it was like a full entire week that I had good sleep and good eats. So I think it's going to start going back down now to where I get nothing again, unfortunately. They're going to take everything away from me again. I feel it, you know, they're already taking the sleep away. Soon it will be the appetite again. So I better get something to eat tonight before I go to sleep. Because I may wake up tomorrow. Actually, I better get something to eat right away, because they may take it away tonight. Who knows? They may take it away in the next minute. You never know with our guides here and what they're going to do. Is that little... See, now that's different today. That right there. It looks like it, but it's different. That is light. Now the other day it extended all the way to here. And I think it was about the same time. And it actually was closed even more than it was now, I believe. So that's weird. That's in the last video I played. My guardian was right here, and you could clearly see the veil thinning on it. You know, like it was like it's kind of like that. In a way, that could be him. I don't know. It's hard to tell anymore. But if it disappears, you'll know it's him, because he kind of moves around. But anyway, he's mine, and he helps me out in life, and he helps me keep in the pot. I can't find that in chat, Joe. I can't find that nowhere. Empathic Connected, John says, hello, Junebug. It's the Junebug. You just missed the group meditation, Junebug, and I'm going to be reading this in my camera tonight, so I'm going to start this. So this will be done. I'm going to start reading this one by one, and I'll post it. I'm going to put up the words, and I'm going to make a whole video out of it so that we get a book. And I don't care about copyrights on this one. If I have to, if it comes up copyright, I'll take it off and I'll send it to you guys email style. I don't care. You could do it up on Discord, those of you who have Discord. But anyone who doesn't, I'd be more than happy to email this to you anytime I complete one and make it, because I have to make it on the computer to kind of like put the words into the video so that it's reading, so that you can read it. Because I have a horrible time with pronunciation, especially with some of these smaller words. And I come to find with some of these smaller words, I have a sneaky suspicion that it's me telling myself that those are trap words. Because, I mean, they're so easy, and it's almost like I'm dumb and I can't get it out. It's like I can't say it. So I'm having a feeling that those are negative words in retrospect, kind of like marijuana and cannabis. There's a difference. In culture, they made that a bad word. So I'm thinking that some of these words in culture were made bad. Maybe I'm remembering that, or maybe I know that already. And that's why I do that whenever I'm reading. And there are some deities' names, but with me, I don't care about names. I know who they are. I know that they're out there. There's this red one. There's this blue one. I'm like all into like kindergartner stuff. So I have no filter whenever it comes to me acting like a child. So me and your son ought to get along great, positive. And I love talking with him about, those game systems and that. I do love my games, and they do love my game systems. I just don't like to play them. I like watching people play them. You might want to tell him to get involved in that, and I'll be watching. That is if he does play them. You might be limiting him on what he plays, and I understand that, But yeah, heck, he's already on camera. That's farther than my grandson is, and he wants to become a gamer so badly. Maybe your son might want to do that. He can wear these big headphones and look goofy, like all of us gamers, like all them gamers do. These big old headphones. See, my head is so small that it looks funny. Because I had just... wow. You're a sensitive empath. I thought so. We have similar beliefs, my friend. Okay, good. I thought so. I know my lights whenever I see them. I know my fellow traveler. Junebug here, she's not quite ready yet, but she is willing to listen to this and open herself up to what we are all experiencing in this time of high frequency, all these magical powers and things. She is curious. I'm almost positive she's very curious, because at first she thought I was in a cult. And I'm like, well, if you think I'm in a cult, then I made the cult, because I made the learning center, and I'm getting all these people together, so I'm the cult leader. And I don't think she liked that too much. So I think she rethought everything, She knows I'm not like that, and she knows I live my life in a full positive aspect. She just misunderstood some of the things I was saying, because in this you kind of go woo, and you're not saying your words right. You're all caught up in the moment and the passion involved in this, and the energy that you feel. It's overwhelming, and you really don't know how to act anymore. Whenever you first come into this, you look like a crackhead. Really, that's what you look like, is a crackhead coming into this. And my nephew Henry says, "Hello, Henry." Ling, 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 ling. Do Henry? You doing the Bill Shuffle there? You can do the Bill Shuffle, Mr. Henry? Ah, I knew it. He needs to wear these headphones. Wear the big ones. Tell him to get the biggest he can. And if he can do that virtual reality and get some kind of stickers and put them on his goggles like Jacksepticeye does. That would be really cool. But yeah, I think he'd make a good gamer. I think he has the knack to talk while he's playing. I would think that, because he has the knack of getting up in front of the camera in the first place, and that's really hard to do. He doesn't stumble in his words. So he ought to flow very, very fluently with video games. And heck, if I were you, I'd have him do all those old school games. If you could find the old Super Nintendo that we all had and let him play some Super Mario, I'm sure old school people would love to see that now. Like a child playing that now on what they think. That's a really good idea, actually. Especially in our community because we have gamers that play these hardcore video games, you know. So it'd be nice to have like we have Barbie dolls, we have Disney. So it'd be nice to have a little kid doing, you know, something of that, you know, caliber, you know, where, you know, because they work so hard in school. And why not let them play a game on the weekend every now and again? It's so much fun to let loose. It's not like you're missing out on much, you know, because in some of these games you can bring up examples like the Majic. Uh, like some of these, most of movies and everything is based around this magic. The Matrix, even Family Guy. I mean, there's so many of them that is just related. Futurama. I mean, the lie is in there, but the truth is in there as well. They just made it look like a lie because they made it into the movies. There is a dark force within us. There is the moon probably is a transmitter, and they can see everything that we're doing with every electronic that we have. Henry is taking his nap, so I will watch you again later. Well, I'll be back up, Junebug, probably after 5, somewhere in between 5 and 7. I'm waiting for Galaxy Corn Club to get a hold of me. Galaxy Corn Club has school today, and she has to get ready for her evening. So I wanted to kind of wait out for her and see what her schedule is, and see what everybody else's schedule is too. People are probably gonna uh, email me or chat me in a little while because they're going to see this description and see the video and know that I'm going to be doing this tonight. So if anybody lives like in California and needs an extra 20 minutes to get home, I'm more than willing to wait the extra 20 minutes. I just don't want to go over 25 minutes waiting because then that brings up for a long time for everyone to sit and do meditation. And I don't want to make everybody sit too long. I could never get into games after I got crushed. Yeah, I don't think you would either. No, but there's some peaceful and relaxing games that I mean, there's something about watching somebody else play that I personally like. If I'm playing Call of Duty, oh my gosh, I will have that. Uh, what do they call it? That shock? I forget what they call it. It's like the whole whenever you flash something in somebody's eyes. What is that called? But anyway, I have a little bit of that. You know, I realized that whenever I was younger and I was running through a haunted house and I hit some strobe lights and I got really disoriented and I felt like I had to throw up. You know, I panicked and I started breathing really hard and I started running to the exit to wherever the dark was because I couldn't even see anymore in front of me. Everything was just like, whoa. And I noticed that then, but then I really noticed it whenever I'd start playing these online games and getting under pressure. I think I felt it within Resident Evil 2. Not Resident Evil 2, but I don't know what game. What I think it was Resident Evil 5 that I was playing at the time, and yeah, that got to me really bad. Some anxiety. I think what do they call that? See, I just go blank. I got too much information in here running about. Too much studying of all this magic and powers and symbols. Yeah, so we got symbols too, and that's what the romper room is for. The romper room is to kind of explain some of like we're gonna learn magic. So like they were doing the numbers. Oh, it's over there. But they were doing the numbers, and I have a numbers book that I wanted to learn off of, so I'll bring that in the romper room. And we have pictures of hand symbols, like they're all love, of course, because you don't want to do anything negative as far as these powers go. You want to make it all about love. Even whenever you're dealing with negative people, you want to leave it at that love because you want to love them unconditionally. And the only way to do that is to love them in their original state of being, and that's positive. Doesn't mean you have to hang around them. Doesn't mean you have to talk to them. It just means that you have to love them in their original state of being and try and help them along the way, you know, as best as you can. If you don't want to get too involved, you can send them emojis, you know, or just videos or, you know, whatever you can to do to help that individual, because those are the people that need our help the most, really. And if we don't open up our hearts to them, then how do we expect to get there? I mean, that's the way I'm thinking, because in this, you have to have acceptance and love for everything and every being that there is. And that goes down to the plants and the water. I mean, they're all beings. The earth is being to me. The planets are a being to me. This is one living organism, and we are trapped here in this living organism, feeding it our positive energy, our negative energies. They want us to be negative because that's what they want. That's why they keep aggravating us on our streams. They love to feed off that negative. It keeps this machine going. This is what I believe. Not what anybody else believes. I came up with this all on my own, that the earth is this organism, and you know, it's run by negative energy, and the more we run on negative energy, the more it implodes on itself, and this world is going to be recycled, and the people who aren't woke up are going to have to be recycled again. Those of us who are awakened, we rise up, and we are now the guardians over those individuals who are going to have to start their life over again and learn the lessons that they need to learn in order to get here where we're at, and then do the same thing. That way we can ascend to heaven and they can have their turn behind everybody. And it just goes like in an order kind of thing. And that's the way things are ran in the angelic world. It's kind of like this whole powwow that I was thinking of, that maybe sometime in the near future, like a few of us can go and camp and get to know one another, like physically, and hold hands physically, and then take that and do it with two more people, and then those two people do it with two more people, and those people do it with two more people, until we wrap this around the world. um, I do have people from India and Africa and everywhere. I think there's one from Africa in my subscriptions. I tried to chat with, you know, someone from Fuji today, but unfortunately their stream got, you know, messed up too, because this energy, or this negative energy has affected just about every video out there, which is pretty terrible. And hey, Thor, much love to you. And guess what? You are now a mentor. So please, if anyone is talking negatively in my chat room, you are allowed to remove that comment and explain to them that this is a negative-free zone, and we speak nothing but positive here. Yes, we're trying to spread that love energy. We already did the meditation. If more people come in the room, uh, different people, and Hugo is here, so that's two people. And if Positive Energy, if he wants to join in again, or if Joe Info wants to join in again, we'll do another one. I don't know what video I'm going to play though. But we'll wait for one more person to jump in here and see who's going to be coming in, because I don't want to just do it. I was going to do it, but then Junebug had left, so I was waiting for that one individual. So if you guys don't want to leave, Hugo and Thor, and I'll wait and chill with you for a little while. I do have things I got to read this book today and put it in video, but you know, I can take my time with that. I can even do it later on tonight. I'll be up all night probably. Yay, yay. So anytime that anybody can, I don't mind trollers if they come in, and, you know, if they want to have fun. You know, I had trollers come in here asking to smell my feet or to see my feet before. I told them this was not a porn site, but they're going to have to go somewhere else if they want that. But they were pretty respectful. They only deleted their comment, you know, because I let them know that negative talk is not allowed in this chat room, and they politely deleted it. There's been somebody that came in here with 20 different channels and kept coming in saying they were somebody different, and they were in here like three channels in this chat room talking different. You know, it was weird. It was really weird. But we get the stroke from another folk here, and I don't mind it as long as they're respectful about it. And you know, if they do happen to do that, just remove the comment and let them know that, you know, it's not welcome here, so that they need to watch what they're saying. So always watch your words here. Words are very, very important here. Like I said, there's words out there that are negative, you know, that I've been seeing everywhere, that I've been having trouble with pronouncing, and I have a feeling that they're of negative. It's kind of like the whole situation with the fear and the awe. You know, if you think about all men, all men, you're not supposed to awe. Why do they have that in the Bible? If you're not supposed to awe it, it came from the beginning of the Christianity. Uh, why is it in there? It's because it's been changed. So that's why I believe in not. I don't believe in the Bible. This doesn't because I don't have faith. I do believe in Christ. I just don't think that he was Jesus Christ. I think that his name was Christ, and they replaced that with the plastic Jesus and made us use that as property. Kind of like we own something. We own these little crosses now. We go out and we buy them at the store. Churches are now selling things in their places. Uh, I don't know if the pedophilia is really really true, but my thought is that they sell things in a church. They sell Mentos, they sell soda pop, they sell items. You know, that to me is wrong. You shouldn't sell anything in a church. It's like this. You know, my time is free. I don't charge anybody for my time. I don't think I'll ever charge anybody for my time in helping unless I need to go somewhere and it is very, very personal and I have to take a lot of time to do it. Then I would kind of accept a gift or something. It's that nature. Maybe a paid phone bill or a paid gas bill or something of that nature, like a gift card type thing. I don't believe in exchange of money at all. If I ever do a fundraiser for someone because they're in danger, it would be, you know, let's get them a ticket from Greyhound. Let's start up an account there, some kind of gift card there at Greyhound. I would never ask for any money. I'd never ask for likes or dislikes. Uh, I never ask for any subscriptions. This is a purely supportive channel. It's all about learning, and I don't charge for my learning. I don't charge for my love. So if you're finding that out there, then people are wrong. Very, very wrong to charge something for a spiritual rising like this. I mean, spirituality is supposed to be free. They should be teaching this stuff in kindergarten, preschool even. It's very wrong of them to think that way. Need to do some more packing. Ugh! Really? You're not done yet? Joe, you're not done? I'm so sorry. There is no J in Hebrew. Oh, I love you, Joe. I hope you get done. Be careful with your back. Bend with your knees, not your back. And come back again tonight if you need another meditation, if you need to relax. Maybe I can do some, maybe if you want to meet me over in Discord, maybe I could try to do some healing on you. I do have healing powers in my hands, and I do believe in that. And I could certainly try. I can spot Tim's, and I do fix Tim's anytime he has any like areas that look funky to me. I'll put my hands up to the camera and I'll spread, you know, of course my palm will be available, but I'll spread my love in there. So if you need any kind of relief, Joe, you come back to me on Discord and give me a call. As long as I'm not streaming, you know, live, I should be able to talk to you. But if I have it off and I'm reading this book, that you know, if I don't answer you, I'm reading this book too, and I'm trying to record it, and I'm trying to get to a certain page number, you know. Actually, until my eyes start crossing, it's really, really where I end. And I'll keep on it. And let's see. Thor, they seek that negative energy, and if you feed them, they will grow and consume your vibe. Feed them love, and they will slither away. Yes, they will. And believe me, I had that happen quite a few times with negative people. Anytime I would show my love, and I'm not kidding you, especially with children, they would literally go down in their stomach, like it hurt them. It was so weird to see that. And I even get that with adults, like whenever I show extreme love to someone. And I mean, it's kind of like they automatically hold their stomach and they hold it in. And it's kind of like they have like a little uh, digestion or something. It's kind of weird because it does burn them. And a positive, I had a powwow in my backyard, and I was calling for all angels in my video. I called for all angels in my video, if you can believe that. And let me read what Joe is saying so he can leave. Been at moving for over a year now. You must have like 50 years worth of crap. You need to let go, let go of it. Unless, of course, you want to give it away to somebody and you're waiting to give it away. But the Veterans Center is always good for pickups, just so you know. They do a truck pickup. All you got to do is leave it on the curb, leave it in an alley or in a curb, or put it on your porch, and they'll come up and they'll pick it up. That's a Veterans Center for you. Um, Thor tells Joe, packing is blah, whistle while you work. Just whistle while you work. The church created a master that which should serve. Jesus said the kingdom of heaven is within our hearts. Don't place anything above yourself, certainly not the church or their version of Jesus. I just go by my feeling. I went by my feeling all my life. Like whenever I started in church, there was certain little things, and actually Jeff Daughtery pointed this out, even though I don't trust him, but I do care, and I do think that he has a good message. But he said something about uh, somebody brought up the fact about the golden rule: do unto others as you would have done unto you. And I really didn't live my life like that. I lived whenever I was doing for others, I did for them. Like I always tried to find something that they would want done, not what I would want done. Because to me, I guess I thought I kind of knew that was selfish. And those are the little things that I'm talking about. I just kind of knew, and I tweaked things around them. Just like that love book, it changed the whole back end of Tim's reading, my reading a long time ago. And a long time ago, I twerked it to where I got it to read right. Believe it or not, and I've done a lot of readings in there so far. As far as birthday party goes, I just haven't done it in a long time. I did a lot of birthday parties with reading those numbers and wrote them out and took time and wrote them out for people. And let me tell you, my way really was accurate. So I think in this magic, it's all within what you think. You know what they are. The frequency is so high that we all know what we're doing. Absolutely know what we're doing. If you guys wanted, I don't know how many people, there's 5 people in the room watching. One is me, so that makes 4. So there's Joe's leaving. I only get 2 or 3 hours of useful time on my feet daily, he says. And big fire, lots of laughs. And Thora responds to him, they hold their stomachs. Interesting. Yeah, that is pretty interesting. Especially children. They curl down like this. They go and they throw the covers up over their head like they're embarrassed, and just all kinds of crazy things that I'm just like, wow, this stuff is real. You think that it's not, but the second you start thinking it's not, it is very real. Miss Dragon just posted a video, total sync with us. Oh yeah, what is she doing, a meditation or something, Thor? That would be interesting, because Mother Nature just did one too. And now I got Glenn talking about alchemy and numbers, and I mean, this is great. This is awesome. The way everybody's just jumping right aboard and posting their links up in Discord. And I will get you that Discord positive if you're still here. I will get that to you, and you will be part of our crew here. I just have to go through Timothy. I have to go through him first, because he is my other half. He's my twin flame, and we're working on this together. And no, twin flame does not mean you have a lover. It just means you have an opposite of yourself working together to make this happen. We are the center of the love. Our love goes around in a big circle, and you guys just follow us. That's what the big ceremony was. I had to get prepared. I had to get ready for this big moment here of of really getting this learning center together, really getting you guys together. I have to find the rest of our travelers so that we're all in sync, so that everybody's doing what they need to do. That way we can all learn off of each other. Like if the other sectors want to Yaaaa Positive is here. But I'll get you that Discord link if you like Discord. It can help out with your videos, with getting information. You can like have people come and be on your stream. And if you have a computer, you can manage it on the computer, and then you can get on the phone on Discord with somebody and do like a video call, or you can do voice calls, which you can have like 10 other people wrapped into this, voice call. You just kind of got to coordinate, with the people because there you have everybody shouting over everybody else. But uh, the the video one me and Tim do, because I go over there and I'm part of his panel now, because I have computers issues, and I kind of found him and throughout all this, and actually it was throughout the after I got done with my analytics, whenever I was ready to move forward with the actual ceremony, I just needed to figure out what I needed to do with it. It's kind of like one of those things where you're you know that time is running out, and you're supposed to do this, you're supposed to be doing things, but you're just not sure of what comes next. Like after this, I didn't know what came next. And I kept trying to find those things. Well, this was it the entire time. And finding Tim was it. So I had to find Tim. Then we had to discover to go back to the book. And then this book brought us together on his birthday, positive, on his birthday, which was November 2nd. And it brought us together on his birthday to realize that what they were talking about with the two people in the middle, the two beings in the middle, that would be me and him. So each and every sector I think, has some of us who are the center of this. So just so you know, for your own, I think you call them a mock pack or positive pack, or I forget, because there's so many different names out there for different sectors. I know that there's another one here in the United States that I've seen, but they're pretty big. Actually, they're really big. They have like 100,000 subscribers or so, and they have a battle plan too. Not really a battle, like we're fighting, but it's all in love, where they're learning and learning all this alchemy and gestures and hand sigils and numbers, and they have kind of like a learning center going on there. So I seen that, and I thought, man, we really got to get on this because other people are getting on it. So we have that over there, and we would love to your intake on that, positive. If you make music, hell, all of us are needing music all the time. We're all getting copyrighted for music. So if you do music, if you know of music, let us know if it's free, because it's very hard to find something that you really like anymore that's not copyrighted. Everybody wants their pay cut, and that's not what this is about. Our community needs to pull together and make more of these videos. So like I found positive movement site, and I seen that we needed soul food, man. I forgot all about soul food. Then I started finding everything else in there. Lots of things in there, and lots of things that I didn't have. And now I'm starting to realize that I need to cultivate and generate culture into the channel here, and get some up in our channels up there, positive. There's all kinds of channels of this community, some of which are not of this, but then some of which pertain to this. Like they're more knowledgeable people that will describe how you do this. And like I said, it's all about twerking it, I think, because it seems like whenever I try something that's just old school, it does not work. We have technology now. I can touch people through this device. So like if I'm on Discord, if I have you on the other end, you can utilize that to connect, like physically connect. Like you're sitting here and I'm sitting here, you're sitting there, and I go to, like you're having a really sad moment like Tim was. We had to go through our analytics. You always get depressed whenever you're doing your analytics. And I just felt so bad for him. I have a lot of empathy. I'm sympathetic like you are, positive. And it really hurts whenever somebody is hurting. He wasn't crying or anything. I could just tell he was in a lot of pain. And I just wanted to, I just reached out because I just felt so bad, because you know how you do. And I just wanted to rub his face. And I went like this on the screen, and I rubbed his face on the screen. And he went like this. And usually whenever he grabs his beard, he goes like this, and he straightens his beard out. But this time he went like this, and he was itching right there. So I know I touched him, and I'm able to find spots on him, and I'll ask him. This is what Discord is all about. It's about exploring these powers. Once you feel comfortable with someone, and once you're able to get past the chat, get past the voice call, and go for that broke, and go for that video call, and to open yourself up to have this connection with this other person. That doesn't mean you have to open this door or open this door, these locked doors here and here, to give them any secrets. It just means that you're opening yourself up to a connection with them. Like with Damien, I have a throat chakra. He's a hunter, and we connect by our throat and heart. So everybody connects in their own different ways, and you can feel the difference between them all after you've done it so many times. You can feel the difference of who's who, how they touch you, where they're at whenever they touch you. It's kind of weird the way that works, but that's what we're doing. We're exploring all. And I love you too, Joe. And you have fun and be safe in everything that you do. And that's what I think about all the BS, and you think about it too. We love you, and take care of yourself, and come back later. I have to get night sleep. Aw, have a great day. I was gonna see if you guys wanted to do a quick meditation before everybody start leaving, but that's okay. We can do one tonight, and I can hang around for a little while, see if somebody else steps in the room. And Positive, I know you got a child, so hun, if you need to go too, that's cool. And do some more videos with your son. That's always fun to do. Doing those little vlogs and finding things to do with your boy. That's always fun. But yeah, if you got any music, man, or you know of any music, man, we're always looking for music, especially Tim over there. But I learned that if you put your videos in education, you can get away with a lot there. Because you're in education, it's an education video at this point. Like, I don't know how to do that on this one, because I see them after I get done. Maybe I should just write, this is an educational, category, there it is. Okay, so edit video. And what is this? Why did this come up? I hit edit video and somebody's lifestyle topic came up. Now I can't even go back. Come on now. That is something else. Edit video. See if it does it again. This is crazy. I tell you, it's crazy the way this stuff does. Now it's going to take forever in loading. In that case, I'm going to have myself a cigarette and wait for other people to come in the room. There's only 3 people here so far now. If you guys wanted, we can do a meditation. I mean, I just don't want to wear somebody out who has done it already. And where is that hat? Sorry, I'm kind of new at this, so I'm learning all this stuff. And I just found out that if you make an educational video, which this is an education channel here. It's promotional and educational. I like to promote. I like very much to promote education and educational channels that help us learn. So it's in the advanced part of things. So you really need a computer to do this, I think. Where is education at? It's not even in here. Oh, there it is. So it's in the advanced part and the categories. You need to set that, and all of a sudden you'll be there. And then you'll be able to put up a lot more and get away with a lot more if you're an education video. I learned that along the way. You learn things along the way that are pretty cool. And hopefully Slippin', I don't know if you guys noticed the thumbnail, but that is Slippin's work. That is his original. He painted all the other ones white, and I have managed to get the dark ones. What do you think about that? But I really like it. I thought he'd done a good job. I don't have to worry about copyright. I got myself an art piece to go up in my thumbnail, which is like super cool. And of course my lighter don't work. That's a fine one. Please don't be Wisdom coming in my room telling me to stop smoking cigarettes. Oh good, it's just Miss Dragon. I heard that you was doing the same thing over there. And Mother Nature was doing the same thing this morning. Doing some kind of powwow thing. Dora Miss Dragon, my sister. Yeah, our fellow travelers, man, this is awesome. Miss Dragon, Thor, that's positive vibes there. I got him from another sector, from Positive Movement sector. And I invited him to come over because I want to make sure that we extend our Discord out to people who are of this, and Positive here is one of them. He was he was in the video that I posted recently with the boy, and they were having ice cream, and I said every day is buffering. But that'd be him. And yeah, by all means, if you want, you can go check out his channel. His beautiful, beautiful eyes. You just sit there and just look at his beautiful eyes. That's all you'll do the entire time. As long as he's in front of the camera. Now, if he's in front of the camera, you'll be like, oh, look, he's so cute. He's such an adorable little child. Actually, I really want to say that he's adorably handsome, but I didn't want to freak you out, Positive, by saying that he was handsome in my first video that I commented with you. But he is very adorably handsome, and you make sure I tell him that I said the word handsome. Because I think I think that made him feel like, you know, like girly, the whole adorable thing. And I did want to say handsome, but I just didn't know if that was appropriate because I'm a child and I have to watch what I say because I have no filter about things. Which actually makes us perfect companions there to talk to. Because you'll find with me, Positive, I have no filter. I'm like a little kid. Really like a little kid. If you don't believe me, watch the 2 videos about the crossing bridges. They're just nutsoid. Oh, this is so funny. I don't know if you've seen them yet, but I laughed my butt off at the first one. And I laughed my butt off so hard. I told Tim, I said, leave it up there. Don't erase it. Leave it up there. Now I'm going to make this one take 2. And he said, well, make it where you're not so serious. I rewatched the video, and I look so serious in that first one where I'm just sitting there silently like going. Oh, and then if you fast forward it, if you put it on a 2, oh my gosh. Oh, it's so funny. Yeah, so if you haven't played with that video, I highly suggest that you play with it a little. It's hilarious. It will make your day one day whenever you're down. Just come on back and take that video of the bridges, the first one, not take 2, but take 1. And just go and put that in number 2 for him, you know, for speed. And let me ride. Take about, what, about a minute and a half, 2 minutes, and you'll be laughing so hard you'll be on the floor laughing. It's just so hilarious because I really did think that the sound was on. I was all heartful in it. I was so serious. I was ready. And I just posted those because I was embarrassed by them whenever I done them. But then Timothy posted them over there, and I really felt embarrassed. Made me feel even more embarrassed. The more embarrassed I got, the less likely I was going to do it here. So then today I just kind of like ripped off the Band-Aid. Oh, here you guys go. It's public now. Hold on. All right. So if you guys wanted to do a meditation, I'm good with that. But if you guys are too wore out, that's cool too. But I just thought Thor might enjoy it. But it looks like he's already been to Miss Dragons and whatever she was doing over there. Fellow travelers indeed. Yes. Definitely so. And I find them all over the place. I found T Light over there in Gulliver Witness, and I was like watching her. I don't know why, I was just watching her. I was only watching her. Everything that she was saying just kind of resonated. Her looks resonated with me. She was the whole 9 yards. She was the traveler. Like, I get my light people. I get people of light who are almost there, but not quite. They're not ready to commit. They're not ready to lead people, And this is what we're looking for as our leaders, our travelers, the people who are going to do what it takes to do it to it. This is life or death now at this point. With me, I choose either life or death with it. And those are my choices. And if I want to run and hide, that's life here. If I want death, then I'm going to play the game and I'm going to play it right and I'm going to do whatever it is I'm told to do by this one here. My guide right behind me here. He will tell me what to do every step of the way. As long as I lay it out there and I listen to him, everything ought to be good. Start seeds. Well, I would, but I like the fellow travelers really because it says a whole lot more. It shows this long, hard road that we walked once before. I mean, before we had the internet, before we had any of this. Now just imagine a long time ago and journeying this, if we had the internet the way we do now, to be able to meditate like this, to find the lighters, to find their fellow travelers, and to actually get connected this way to where you're like, whoa, yeah. And you really spin it out. I mean, heck, that says something, you know. That means that we're going somewhere with this great power of love and we can fight anything. We have nothing to be scared of at this point. Nothing can be, you don't live in the fear and the awe anymore. You're just ready to do it to it, you know. You don't want to live in it anymore. Everything here is crap and nothing is real. So why even care about it anymore? I mean, you can feel the love and that's what you can care about is that love. But what else? What is everything else? It's just crap. Everything else is just crap. I have some on my last video wants me to mail them. Part of me saying, okay, they might help. They might need help. Others, part of me saying, oh no, not a weirdo. Life out loud. No, I would never think that anybody of this is a big weirdo. As a matter of fact, I think that no normies out there are big freaks and big weirdos. The ones who call me the freak, you know, like, wow, another freak on YouTube. I remember that chick, you know. It's like, dude, you don't even know what I can do, and you're calling me the freak? I can see through your eyes if I want to. If I just wanted to go in and just see, I could do that, but I'm respectful about that, so I would never do that. But I can see through other people's eyes that let me do that. I can astral travel. I can travel on the Orion's Belt. I can take a ride. I can go and be with somebody whenever I feel that they're hurt, like Sugar. Whenever Sugar was in trouble and she needed uplifting from all three of us, me, Damien, and Tim, we're all there helping her and get through this negative time of hers. And we made it and we got to it and that was it. Okay, gotta go, my kid. Okay, that's cool. I was waiting on you to see if you wanted to meditate. I'm done with meditating for a little while anyway. I really wanted to smoke this. I was just waiting on you to say on if you were not, if you were ready, if you're wanting to do that or not. So I'm gonna find me a lighter if I can, or matches or something. Well, I guess this means I can't smoke because I have no lighter. Oh, wait a minute. I might have one. I might have one. Maybe I can make this. Smart girl. Is Sugar doing okay? I don't know. She was supposed to get her new phone, and that's last I heard. That was over there at Glenn's house. I think it was last night. She was there late last night, and she came in for a few minutes, but then her phone started dying again. So you know how that goes. Oh my God, I had no idea you were waiting for me. No, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad at all. I love you, Dunya. Y'all have fun. Well, you came into the room and you didn't get to experience the whole meditational thing, but you're fine. And I love you too. Have fun, be safe, and all that you do, Thor. And that's what you think about all the rest. It's all bullshit. Have fun, though. Always be that kindergartner. Always try to push away that adult. You know, you take that to work. Whenever you come home, you're the kid. You're the kindergartner, darn it. This is the romper room. This is the powwows. Whenever you come here, you act like a kid. Love you, man. See you later. My Thor. I love Thor too. Well, not you, Thor, but you know, Thor on TV. He was kind of cutie. I hope you're as cute. I need to go watch some of your videos. Make sure and subscribe to you because they've been taking away my subscriptions recently. Dang, burn it. Taking away my bells and everything. Oh, thank God they left your bell alone. You don't have anything in here, Thor. What's up with that? Are you supposed to be creating something? Do you paint? Do you do anything at all? Post it. You don't have to show your face. You know, it's just like Duty Head. I made him do that exercise video. It was great. He didn't have to show his face at all. You know, so that was pretty cool. Let's see if Sugar had started anything. Dora's subscribed to her. Let me go in there. Nope, she hasn't done anything yet. Probably because her phone is on craps. But she said she was supposed to get a phone soon, so hopefully so. And uh, maybe if someone out there has an extra phone that they can spare for a fellow traveler who is down on her knee and doesn't have a phone and she's dying to get on Discord to connect because she can't go any further with her powers here. So if anybody has an extra phone that they don't have, if they don't use anymore and they don't want it anymore, by golly, give it to Sugar, please, because we all miss her and we all love her. And Thora is duty hat. You're kidding me. You're freaking kidding me. Ha 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 ha. Ah, ha, 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 ha. No wonder why I was so attracted. I'm thinking I'm awfully attracted to this Thor all of a sudden. I know I've seen him around before, but I never really talked to Tim about men because you know it'd be kind of gross me talking to men about a man. You know, to a man about a man, and I don't get to talk to many women in this. Nobody ever, you know, I'm always sitting over there just so you guys know in the Discord, and I'm always hanging out over there and waiting in the call room for people to come in. Tim is with me there. We're both waiting in the call room sometimes together, just chatting it up with each other. We get so bored that we go and we do a video call with each other, and then we're like, woo! Oh, shoot, Daniel, I'm sorry. I'm here cleaning my room, but listening. All right, all right, all right, all right. Hmm. Yeah, I know he's also soul worker. And he's also he's also soul worker duty head, but I had no idea he was Thor. I think somebody might have told me that before, and you know, you go through this, and now I'm kind of thinking that they did, but you're going through this. It's a lot to learn, and you know, you don't have so much room for this smaller information. Like I haven't gotten to anybody's videos in like almost a month. I've been up and hanging out in lives and plucking people, trying to find my fellow travelers and trying to find the light in people, the people who are marked basically, that's to wake up for a later date. So I subscribe to them so that whenever they wake up, they'll see my subscription in there and they'll say, "Oh, yeah, I forgot about her. She was that crazy positive woman. She was that freak." And they'll come back to me. So they'll have that, you know, thought about me that I'm a freak and that I believe in all this shit and or stuff. Oops. Sorry, kiddos. Don't say that in school. Uh, yeah, they'll just think that, and you know, then they'll come. But yeah, I had no idea. I had no idea. No wonder why I was so attracted. I am so attracted to Duty Head. I think it's because it's his name, Duty. And I'm such a child. Okay, Daniel Rez. Now that I know you're part of this circle, I'll email you. Well, he's not yet. Me and Tim, we've been looking at people. He has not yet came to Tim's channel for Tim to resonate with. So he's gonna have to do that if he wants, you know, to be in the Discord with us all. And like I said, you know, it's you got to chat it up. You got to show him because he wants to be able to connect with you too and to see what you know to make sure that we're not letting any trolls in or any evil negative people in. So yeah, as long as you're respectful in your words and you know you can have attachments and you could be fucked up and oh sorry. Ooh, that's twice. There is no three now. I gotta be careful. Sorry, kiddos. That word is supposed to be fiddledum, fiddledum. Yeah, so even if you're fiddle-dumbed out, you're still wanting to learn. If you're still wanting to learn all this stuff, you're more than welcome to it. Um, but yeah, you have to be approved by both of us. We're both two beings in one, and he's part of me that I don't have, and I'm a part of him that he don't have. So we're both putting our knowledge together on these, and being very selective of who steps in the room over there, and to the higher level as well. The higher level is going to be for those who are really awakened and want to get more personal with one another. That's our higher above room, and we haven't even got that built yet. We're still working on the lower room. So by all means, if you have any videos that you would like to post in there after you get in, please feel free to post them, especially educational videos that tell something about this power that we have. We could use that, especially a download. But unfortunately, we can't do downloads in there because, like, unless of course it's pictures or something. I think you have to have some kind of video player. I'm going to get some kind of website up to link all these videos to that we have that are ours, that aren't copyrighted, and go through the rest and see if I can get permission to avoid copyright and bring them over into my website so that they'll be still available in this library. Is what I like to call it, a library. It's a library. Sorry. It's a library of a learning. I'm glad that didn't go off during meditation. I forgot to pause. I forgot to mute it again. But hello, ascending beings, and glad that you stepped into our Discord. We could really use your help as far as knowledge goes. And like I was explaining, my thought is to get a website and download all this stuff onto a website after I get done checking it for malware and stuff. But and then linking it to Discord. That way, whenever they take away the YouTube, there's going to be a little bit of time, I think, before Googly and YouTube like totally start censoring us. There's going to be this little small time period that we'll still have the internet, and this is the time that all the people will start waking up, and they're going to need that Discord immediately. They're going to have to fly through this like I did, and get there really quickly in order to be ready for the train that leaves. Because I don't think that this world is going to be here much longer, and we're all going to be recycled myself. But I'm not positive about that. That's just my belief on it, and everybody has their own beliefs. So just remember that in this, that in this room, in Tim's room, in the Discord, it's all about everybody's different beliefs. And I know that we didn't let Brian in at first because he had attachments and he believed in this angel that he had over there. I don't believe it's an angel myself. I'm not sure about it. I felt evil whenever I looked at it, so I'm going to trust in that. But he has never said anything negative. He has never done anything negative. He is a being of an original state of positive, and he is being used. And if that's the case, then he needs to learn as if not more than what we do. So we let him in, even with his attachments, but his videos, they're going to be going into Tim just opened up that section in there. So if you don't mind putting some extra attention to there's a paranormal room with all Brian's stuff in there, and I don't like that. I don't like paying attention to them, because the more you pay attention to them, the more it draws them to you, the more you call them to you, and then they're stuck as your attachments. And that's why I really think that he should stop doing it. If he does it, I think he should do it in a learning way instead of a showing way, like calling upon him. I don't think that you're supposed to. But that's his belief, so we're going to accept that. But I would ask that you go by that room every now and again and seal that door there, because I just don't want anything leaking in our room, in our outside room from that. I sealed it already for the day. I just got out of there and sealed it. I go in there every day and cleanse everything. So if everybody wants to do that, that's fine. I'll make things squeaky clean, and then I won't have to work so hard to get everything clean in there, because they do kind of like thread in from the outside. They do thread in there. And you have you have permission to use my videos. Just give me credit. I need to put fair use on my videos. Tim was telling me that if you use education on your videos, and if you are of education, which I think that you are, you can basically get away with some of these copyrights and just, just get like the advertisements put on them. Uh, but I try to use the free ones where they don't put advertisements on them because I hate advertisements. I don't want it in this channel. I don't feel like that this is a welcoming group, and that people should not have to pay to do anything. And this is free. My time is free. My hours are free. That's why I woke up at this point, and I am able to do this. I'm being supported by 4 loved ones here, and I need to get back to supporting them. So I hope this works out because they're all getting mad at me because I'm like the heart of the house here. I keep everything running within and work like 2 to 3 days out of the week. So this is kind of getting in the way, but I got to do what I got to do. Uh, oh, awesome, awesome, awesome. I'll look at that. Let me give that to my. The thing about my computer is that I have a driver issue, and I cannot do Discord off of this. So that's why I'm not sending anybody any Discords. I leave that to Tim. Is because it's hard for me to do it on that thing because then I have to do a bunch of stuff and it's kind of hard to do on a little phone. You know what I'm saying? Really hard to do on a little phone. Let me just find my email here so I can put this in there. That way I can get it on my phone. Come on. To me. To me. Oh, I can just call you Lazaros now. Check me out. I get to call you by your real name now. I am now an initiate of the Buddhahood. So I ranked up a little. So that's really cool. And if you haven't noticed, that was Slippin's thumbnail. That was Slippin's painting in my thumbnail there. Just so you know that that's Slippin's Freedoms. He drew that. And I want to give him full credit. He's in my banner as well. It's just to represent what this channel is about, and that's supporting our creators out there. I even made it more easier to go through my subs who are creators in this. And I'm going to continue that further. It's just going to take time to get there on that because I have like almost 400 people I'm subscribed to, and I'm building them up every day because I'm hoping these people come. They're all travelers. I think not every single one of them, but they're all of light and they're all going to follow us at some point. And some are actually travelers and they're just not realizing that they're being called. And hopefully they do. Hopefully they feel this sensation inside that drives you to want to be in this community that wants to talk to people. If you're one of those that loves to chat, your place is within this community. You don't need to be chatting anymore. You need to take it up a level. If you've been chatting for a while, you need to take it up the next level and do phone calls. If you've been doing phone calls for a while, you need to take it up to that next level and do video calls. If video calls are, exhausted, that's whenever you take a trip and go out and see them because that's what it needs. Like, I need to go out there and visit Tim, and maybe I'll go out and pick up sugar along the way. And maybe Damien will come in because he's been talking about coming into the States. And maybe we'll all get together. You never know how it's going to work out. But I have a feeling that we're all supposed to be together at some point. But I could be wrong. It could just be the whole internet thing, that I'm thinking. Because this is so different from anything that we ever dealt with in our timelines here. In this timeline, the rest is like a faded memory until you get to be like 20 years into this. Then you start piecing it all together like we're piecing all of our lives together to become to this point. They have done pieced everything together. So it's going to take us that long. I don't think it will be that long because we're at a higher frequency at this point. It's according to Tim, it's supposed to stick around for, because I was afraid it was going to leave us in November, but he's like, no, it's going to get more. So we've got a lot to do. We got a lot of powers to experiment on, and that's what this is all about, is your love powers. So let's get down to it. Go to that Discord, make it useful, chat with people, and get closer. And the more you get closer, the more you can go into those call rooms and do a video call, do a little meditation where you're both spinning around in like a little circle. It does feel kind of awkward, especially whenever you're with a female, if you're not a lesbian, because you're with a lesbian and it does kind of feel like sex because you're going around in a small little circle. So it does kind of feel like, that feeling, but it's an angelic love. And if you're with somebody that is trying to take advantage of that love, you're going to know it right away and you'll stop it. Uh, but as far as that goes, yeah, it's just like an orgasm, really, especially whenever you're doing it with two people because you have a smaller circle that you're riding in. Now, if you get up to three people, you're riding in this bigger circle and it's more smooth. But whenever you're on that smaller one, you get crazy, man. You go start spinning around real fast. It's like one of those rides at this carnival that you get sick on. I mean, it's intense. It's really intense. I do got to say, I've done it once with Tim and once with Damien, and I really want to do it with Sugar. I would like to do it with someone else, just so we can all connect. Because the more people we do this with, the more power that we have, the more memories start coming out, the more recognition starts coming out, the more everything starts coming out. This is what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to be connecting because we're one. We always been one until we were broke up like this in these worlds that we're living in now. That's my thought on it. But I just get this strong feeling like we're supposed to be connecting. That was my first thought whenever I jumped into this. So if anybody who's wanting to do a meditation, I'm game right now. I'm going to have to go for a little bit, and I'll be back like at about 6 or 7 because I got to get some of this book read. And I got to clean the house a little. Okay. Sending says me too. You can use my videos long without. Well, you guys just keep posting them in Discord. That's where they're supposed to be at, and Tim will start organizing those until we figure out uh, how to get you guys to. I don't think we found a way for you guys to be able to do that yet. So we'll figure it out, and we just want everybody to be able to utilize this site. So if you don't like somebody, you know, and if you think that somebody doesn't belong there, that's whenever they do belong there, because they're trying to find themselves. You know, people that don't like slipping, he's part of this, whether we like his jokes or not. I love his jokes. I think he's pretty dang awesome myself. And I love the way he comes in and jokes around the way he does. He's very polite about it. He thinks that he's being rude, but he's not rude. I don't think he is. Sometimes he can get a little bit rude and outside the box like me, but I'm used to that. Uh, but yeah, just post whatever you want in there. If you wanted to do a little educational video for the newbies that come in, like something that's newer, like like you can describe like what cards you're using and why you use them, why it fits with you, who you are as an individual that makes that fit. Because in tarot cards, you really got to find the cards that fit from what I'm seeing from that. Um, and you really want to do it in a way that fits you. Like I did with that numbers book, I kind of tweaked it because it said the only numbers that should get power numbers is K and B. And I kept finding 11s and 22s in people's names, and it would resonate with them. It would resonate with me on who they were. So I just started tweaking it to, every time I seen a number come up, like an 11 especially, or 22, like one of the power numbers there, I would definitely put that into the reading and just go with that, and like add the other two numbers from the name and all that. But yeah, it's you have to tweak it to your own, I think, because this is a new day, a new age. This is not old school. Uh, let's do the old style, the ancient ways anymore. There's new things. There's new ways of getting at us. There's new ways, new techniques that they're doing that we should be finding out how to do. Um, the sitting says and he's very knowledgeable, so listen to this. All people have their journey. We can lead one person on their path. I still have not allowed any ads on my videos, and YouTube does not like it, but it is my modus brand. Yeah. Me too. I support, but can't get alerts. Too many to be real. Well, I'll try to post my lives in the Discord for you. That way, if that makes it easier for you, because I know that we got a lot of subs. I mean, all of us have a lot of subs, and if you want just something out of the Discord, you can tweak those settings on the way you want to. Uh, you can tweak them like for this room or for that room and what you want to be notified about. I believe that that's the way it works. I thought I did that with mine, and because I needed to pay more attention to the calling room or to the crossing bridges room rather than everybody else's sites. So I tweaked a couple of things so that I was able to get more of the notifications for crossing bridges, and my phone wouldn't be dying out from the battery hitting every time Gordon put up a post over there on Fallen Angels. He's awesome. He is so awesome. Uh, support TV. Yes, we're in a path of togetherness without singularity. So he knows too. So we're all feeling like we got to get together here. And I think that we ought to do it before the end of the month here. Like all of us who are already here, because there's going to be new travelers coming in. They're going to be looking for guidance from us and and connectivity. They're going to want to get to know you, and you're going to have to realize that no matter what their religion is or what they think or what they feel, it's not your business. You're just there to support and love and to be there. Now, if you don't like somebody, by all means, you don't have to talk to them. You don't have to associate with them, but just always love them for their original state of being, because that's where it's at. You want to always have the positive in your life and not never the negative, because if you have even just a little bit of negative, you're negative. So you've got to watch yourself every step of the way. Now you can have those little negatives and take them back, and kind of like say, well, I own that, but that was an accident to say, and I'm going to erase that from that little part of things, and we're just going to ignore it, and we'll move on and try to learn from that and not do it again. Sending, I have yet to monetize mine either. I did not sign up for Cafethu. And Bruce O'Malley is in the house with love to all here. Hello, beautiful day. Yes, it is an awesome day today and every day. That's why I say it's an awesome day today, is because every day is an awesome day, and I say it every day. 2, 3. And it looks like either Daniel's listening to it in the background or Positive is, one of the two. And Positive may have left. It's about 2 o'clock here, which I think is about 2, 3 o'clock in his time. So he has probably gone to get his son, maybe. And if you all are wanting to do a meditation, I'm game. So say aye. I'll find a video and I'll do that before I exit out. Well, I'll do it after the cigarette. Before Wisdom steps in here and tells me to stop smoking. And I do need to quit smoking. I really do. I think he's here to push me. I really do. I think he's the one that the tarot cards told me about. I'm almost positive he is. He just needs to show his face to me. That way I can connect with him, and I feel shame every time I light up a cigarette. I think that's what he needs to do to me. Because I listen, but then I'm stubborn. So in the long run, I'm a good girl, and I do as I'm told. And welcome today, Bruce. So yeah, just say you want it, and I'll do it. At least 2 people. I don't want to just do it with 2 people, me on one with somebody in a public chat room. I don't like that, because it is kind of more personal whenever you're doing it one-on-one with somebody, and you start doing some pretty awkward noises. Kind of like you see in those regression videos almost. Not that loud, but you know, you do get there a little. There has been an ability given now that has now that it is to be connecting. I do connect in an intense love with those who choose, but it's required to soul to be evolved, prepared for the experience. Really, because I was just wanting to play around with it a little, you know, here and there, like 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there, and that gives you experience. So how are you supposed to get experience if you can't do it? That's my theory, and that's how I got to experience it. That's how I'm able to just go in a meditation is because I started connecting with. At first, it was connecting with Glenn in his chat room because I used to hold the phone in the chat, and I figured out that I was able to astral project with that because everybody came running back and bursting back into the room, and I flew up, you know, kind of like whoa, a bunch of energy just came at me, kind of thing. So I'm not too sure about that. How are you supposed to get experience if you're not doing it? Now, if you're not of this, you're not going to get the same experience, but I don't think that a little meditation will hurt anybody. You know, I used to meditate and I wasn't of this. And, you know, if somebody did this to me, I probably wouldn't even know what the fuck they're doing or don't know what the fool they're doing. If I could take that back. Uh, but I think that, you know, people who are of this, they come. Like, I believe that all of you are of it. And Daniel's trying to be a part of it here. I'm not sure where he's at because I haven't talked to him that much because I haven't been in my own chat room in a while. But I'm trying to get back here. And me and Tim, we made up this thing to where every other day we would do each other's channel. Like I would do my channel, he'll do his channel, and I'll do my channel, and he'll do his channel. That way we're not being overworked. That way we can still practice and the stuff that we're doing. Because it does take a lot of practice to do this stuff. Like he said, you have to be prepared for the experience of it. And you have to be involved in certain things that you are doing. Otherwise, you won't be able to do them. You'll just be sitting there spinning for no reason, thinking you're getting something accomplished, but you're really not. If you're not there yet, if you're not ready for it, so always listen to your guide with these things because they'll tell you on if you're ready and if you should be doing it. They will say something. I'm still here. I'm down, my friend. All right. Uh, all good. Up for meditation. All right. It is given to you, then you play with it. That's simple. You can't do anything, you can't do nothing unless you process. Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. So even if somebody did come in this chat room and they weren't of it, you know, they wouldn't be able to do anything with it. But if they're of something of it, even if they're just like a little, they'll get like a little taste of it, and maybe that will give them the ambition to strive further in it because then they're going to realize that they have that power to be able to extend their love and they're going to like that feeling a lot. So I'm glad that you said that because you had me kind of a little bit scared, you know, thinking I was doing the wrong thing here. And that's the last thing I want to do is do something wrong. I'm just wanting to play around with it a little and seeing what we can do because this is it's time for us to do this. I think Bruce O'Malley, uh, Thor, Son, so truth. Thy kingdom is inside you. I know, for he told me. Yep. Thor. And he would have to be the one character to turn me on to. Wow. Okay. Well, anyway, you will evolve into what you say a word that is not appropriate. You will be stopped and say the one needed. Yeah, I've been noticing that. I've been noticing that. Like I'll be doing something and then all of a sudden, you know, it would like I'll find something that I was led to some like with the ceremony whenever I was doing this and I was sitting there like this. That's the purity of love. And then all of a sudden I seen the cookie sitting there and I just had this urge. to do this and to push that purity of love out there into the cookies, just naturally. And same with these balls here that I play with. You know, I was playing with them in the right hand, and Tim had told me once that, you know, if this is a mirror world, then wouldn't everything be opposite? So I tried them in the opposite hand, and I started twirling them, and man, I was doing it. I'm like, holy cow, this is my first time with this hand. That was on the day of the ceremony. I'm like, dude, I could do this with my left hand. That was pretty neat to find out I can do something without knowing how to do it, but I did it anyway. And now I'm buffering. Every day I'm buffering, buffering, buffering. They don't like what I have to say. There we go. Oh, I'm only here for a bit longer. I'll have to go to the post office. Whee! Okay, we'll get to it. And we'll do maybe a 6 minutes, I think. Hopefully this is, we'll do 7 minute. We'll go for the higher one. The 7 minute. Here we go. Actually, we'll take 2 minutes to kind of center ourselves. So we'll take like 2 minutes just to center ourselves. If I could pause this, if it'll pause on me. Don't worry about the chat room, I got it. Daniel, get your butt back here. Oh no, they shut me off. Oh, they shut me down. They shut me down. Censored. Okay. Am I going? Yeah, I think I'm going. Yeah, they closed down positive too. If I can even get that out. They closed positive too. Yeah, they're buffering it. Right. So hopefully we could do this without any interruption. Let's center ourselves once again. So if I keep going, I'm just going to put my vibes right into this phone here. We're going to get rid of this buffering it's doing. Actually, I'm going to see if I can't change. See, it's already down to 300. Let me go to 240, see if that helps. Hey, positive. Yeah, they were shutting me down, just like they did you earlier. And they shut me down too. And now buffering. I keep trying to do something on this computer. I think it might be working a little. See what this does. Let me go in here and edit this video. See if maybe I need to edit it from the inside somewhere that I'm just not seeing. And I missed. I'm sorry, hon. I tried. And I hope you have a nice time at the post office. And maybe you can come to tonight's show. The information is down in the description if you need it. Settings. We'll go for settings. And other settings. And it's not in there. I'm at 350. I don't know what more they freaking want from me. I was going to put it down to 2, but I seen somebody get away with 300, so I went with that. Because I don't like the grain look too much, but I didn't want all that. But unfortunately, it didn't do any good anyway. Details, maybe? No, because I'm already on details. Advanced details. HP, not there. Thumbnail? No. So I guess I'll just move along because it looks like this stream is going. But I don't know about your homes. And if you're buffering, like I am on this one here, I'm like really buffering. I got all windows closed out except for the meditational video right now. So I hope it's not. But see, that has nothing to do with this internet. So anything I do won't matter with this internet here because it's not of. Okay, go for it. All right. My goodness. So let's center ourselves. Let's forget about the buffer and I'll see it on here, I guess. It'll maybe stop the time. So you're just going to concentrate on those breaths. Deep breaths. As much as you can get in and hold it for a few seconds and let it go down. Hold it for a few seconds, bring it back in. Just concentrate on the breath and only the breath. Anything else, push out of your mind. Get to that center point. Roll them shoulders back. Keep your neck area from hunching over. You don't want that hunch. Go ahead and turn on the music at this point. And we'll go deeper. If you want to spin, spin. Just let it come out. Whatever way you feel it needs to come out, let it come out. Whenever you get there and you're doing your thing, reach out and grab someone by the heart. If you're good at looking at avatars while you're doing this, you can scroll in and out, or you can just feel the chat room. However way you do it to it. Experiment a little if you don't know. I usually reach for the heart and, just give it a little hug with my mind. is that we're all in a time bubble. So you can imagine that as well, to kind of center us in that circle. But you all know I always make my bubbles. So that's what this is. This is a love bubble. And we're all just spinning around up there together, grabbing hold of each other's hearts. Whenever you feel a tingle in your heart, that means somebody is grabbing at your heart, giving it that tug, giving it that love, connecting. Just take people one by one. Start out with who's ever closest. And I will shut up now. Boy, you guys are powerful. That one made me dizzy. And I think it was ascending and positive that made that. Good Lord. That was powerful. That was really powerful. I don't know if Miss Dragon was here for that, if she stayed for it or not. I hope that she did. This was just 4 minutes longer. And Bruce, I hope you had a great time here, and I hope you see what wonderful things that we can do with ourselves. I know I certainly have, and Miss Dragon has, Ascending has, and I'm pretty sure Positive has. Otherwise, he wouldn't be where he's at right now. Kicked me out, but back again. Ah, you must have been meditating it. Otherwise, you must have been still there, because I did feel you in there. It was very powerful. Yeah, it was kicking me out too. I kept having to refresh it in order to make my chats come up so that nobody comes in on us here. Because that's the last thing I want is negative coming into the room and disrupting the meditation center. It's not a good thing. They come in with their thoughts, but whenever they start typing and they start cussing at themselves, that's something else. Yes, and meditation astral. That's what I figured, because I could feel you here, along with Positive there, because I know what Positive feels like now. He kind of has almost the same as Timothy, but it's different. It's more like a jive than it is Tim, because Tim's like a turtle. And you were just really subtle, but very powerful in your subtleness. Almost took my breath away. I'm like, whoa, whoa. One of those things. Getting ready to fly out of my seat, going on a spin. I love it whenever I spin faster, though. It's pretty cool. All right, so I'm going to get off here, and I'll be back up later on this evening. I don't know when. It's going to be anywhere between 5 my time and 7 or 8 o'clock. Just depends on what my niece is doing. My quietness is intense. Yes. Yes, it is. I felt it before in your chat rooms before, and whenever you were thinking about your cards. But yeah, I felt that. But yeah, that was pretty intense. I like doing it with you. We're going to have to get on Discord and do this on Discord, just me and you. That would be really powerful. Because I really trust you to do this with. I don't trust just anybody, I'm very picky about who I let in. I try to be open to everyone, but, sometimes I love it. See you soon, my friend. Okay, well, I'll get you that Discord if you can download Discord on your phone. It's a really useful educational tool. We are trying to build it up at this point, and we are looking for travelers to kind of put in their knowledge of what they know. And I'll get that invitation to you immediately. I just need to talk to Tim about it, let him know how I feel about you, like I always do, and he'll agree with me. I know he will. I just want to be able to, since we're working on it as a team, it's just a formality at this point. Much love, everyone. Gotta run. Oh, you was here. Oh, good, good. I'm glad you felt that. You must have been in there too, because I just felt you in there. And I was like, that has to be her, but I thought she left, man. And I was thinking maybe it was one of these males that have a feminine or something that I'm thinking. I'm thinking, no, it was a female. 9:30 a.m. in New Zealand. What time later? That would be, it's 9:30 now there. 10:30, 11:30. What? 2:30, 3:30, 4:30. In about 3 more hours. Anywhere after the three more hours. Just look for my link, and I'll even try to throw it up in the chat and send it out to everybody that I can. I still don't know how to use that thing though. I keep trying to send out all these invitations, and it won't let me pick out all my people. It's weird. I thought I could pick out as many people as I wanted and do like mini chats of 3 groups or something and invite everybody I knew. But unfortunately, I don't know how to do that. I've been trying, and it's not letting me do it. Bruce says, okay, thanks. And I will see you later, Bruce, if you're there. Galaxy Chord Club is going to be in the room. She's always fun. She's like a little girl herself. So that ought to be fun with the corn. corn. And I swear I'll get that invitation to you, Positive. I've been meaning to for quite a while now. Bye, Miss Dragon, Bruce. Positive, good day. Must go do some chore jammy to ascending. And I appreciate you coming, all of you. Daniel, you too. I know you're still listening, maybe. And let me make sure I'm not missing anyone. I don't think so. And Wisdom, you missed out. You missed me smoking. You can't yell at me now. I love you guys. Have fun. Be safe. And everything that you do. And that's what I think of all this. Just do that whenever you think about all the negative. It'll make you feel better. Love ya. Have fun. And I will see you later. And thank you so much. Appreciate your time. And I had lots of fun today. And we'll do it again next time I'm on air. Not the next time. That'll be our romper room. That's whenever we're going to learn about new things. And then the next time after that, I'll do the powwows. So it'll be every other time that I'm up that I'll be doing one or the other, either powwows or the romper room. And Tim is going to be up every other day. We just need to kind of space out so that we're able to practice our stuff now, because we're at a level where we got to get to it and really get it all done. And thank you all. Center yourself as you leave, and know that you are loved and that you are cherished, and everything about you is understood, and that you have trust in yourself, that you're going down the right path, and trust in your spiritual guide behind you, who always, he or she will always lead you in the right path. And thank you so much for coming, ascending, and everyone else, Positive. Thank you for giving me a chance, and I'm glad I found you. I missed you, and I'm glad that you're here along with this family over this side, because I did very much. And if you know of anyone else who's a part of this, please invite them over. We'd love to have them in the Discord. We'd love to have their input. I'm always looking for the other lighters out there, the other travelers. You know who they are. It's kind of like how you found me. That same vibration that you felt about me that made you curious, that's the vibration that you want to get. Is that curiousness, like, hey, I know her from somewhere. That sounds familiar. That seems familiar. Why does that seem so familiar? Or you just have this feeling, you know. So if you have any of those feelings, if any of you have any of those feelings and they're not coming in, you know, have them come in and just, they can, if they want to be private, they can email us. It's in the about section. I'll even put it in the bottom section here in the description, just so you people with the phones can see, because I know you can't see it if you don't have the phones, you know, in the about section. So I'll put it in the description, and if anybody wants to email, I or Tim, his is in his description, mine is in mine. Yeah, but by all means, please email us. Let us know your thoughts. We can converse back and forth that way. Damien, you missed out. Just getting done, and I got to do some chores. I hung around here as long as I could. I really did. Don't worry, though. I'm going up in about 3 or 4 more hours. This depends on whenever Galaxy Corn Club can come. She has to go to school and stuff, and you know, she's really wanting to join us, and I'm really wanting to work my way with her and her schedule. So I will put up a post about it as soon as I know what time I'm going up. I'll put up the post, and I will let you know. Darn, next time. Yeah, it'll be later on tonight if you wanted to come back in about 3 to 5 hours from now. I'll be back up again with my Galaxy Corn Club girl, and I'm sure Tim will be here, and maybe you and him can talk, you know, on the Discord alone. You know, at that time, maybe after the meditation, you guys can go and talk, and I can sit around and talk on this over here. That will kill 2 birds with 1 stone. You'll be here and you'll be able to meditate and talk to Tim, because he's really wanting to talk to you, man. He's really wanting to know about your adventures. You know, he's all jealous and stuff. He can't go. So yeah, just come back then, and you'll get to meet Galaxy Corn Club. She's a riot. Tell you what. So if any of you wants to come back, come on back. I'll be here in about 3 to 5 hours. I'll put up a post, and I'll also link it in the chat room for everyone. If you're wondering, I do post up in. I think I'm gonna start doing this up in G Plus until they shut down. I will post that I'm doing a live on G Plus, so it'll come up on there as well. I'll try to get the word out as best as I can, and I will see you then. Yeah, he's sleeping. He's probably still sleeping by now. He probably won't even get up until about another a half hour to an hour of his sending. But yeah, you'll get to know each other. He had faith in me that I knew you were of, and he listened to my thoughts about that. And I have a feeling we may come together on our journey, and I may be your ears and eyes here in Australia. Really, I was hoping that you come out here and that we'd all camp together. That's what I was hoping. I was hoping it would all work out like that, like we were going to join some kind of commune together, like buy this piece of land and we were all going to live on this land. That's my dream. That's what I hope for in the long run. I hope it all works out that way. That way we could all be together, in our little clique here. But I don't think we really have to go anywhere. That's why I think that we woke up at this time, is because we have these devices. We don't need to talk anymore. We don't need to touch anymore. We can do this all, like we're doing it now. We don't need any physicalities to this. And I think that that's the thing. That's what they want us to do, because that's the way of the Buddhahood, is that there is really no talking, because the words were never here before. It was only thought. That the words got corrupted by the thoughts of negative. But the thoughts can't get negative, can't get corrupted by the negative if there's no words that they can use against us. So if we can all start learning how to talk telepathically, we won't need this, we won't need that, we won't need none of this. We'll be able to just go like this, travel over to the other person and sit with them in the living room and talk like normal human beings should. Of course, we're not human beings, we're beings. But that's the way we should be talking right there. This is a projection now, but we are much more than this. Alert, more wow. Yeah, I'm expecting that. Very much so expecting that. Oh, until you come to me. Maybe you and Tim can work hard together until I can get my shit straightened out. Or, ooh, sorry, kiddos. Do not speak like that, please. It's not. It's not a pretty thing. People look at you like you're ignorant, like you don't know any other words, and that's what I'm being. I'm being ignorant. So let's get real with it. So please, children, don't talk like this. It's not cool. It makes you sound really stupid and ignorant. Actually, I did. I think that's why, or the reason why I cussed is because I couldn't keep my thought. Tim can teach me many things. He teach a lot of us many things. He is the gatekeeper after all. Uh, Sounds like he would be in heaven. I want to be there so bad. I'm trying my best to live my life in a positive state of being so that I can be, Bruce. And I hope that everyone here is doing the same thing, because that is what it takes, is to stay in that positive at all times. Do not fear, do not awe. Because if you fear and you awe, that's the worst thing that you can do in it. You take whatever negative is there, whatever information you have. You love that being for who they are, even if it's a demon. You love them for who they are as a natural state of being. You give them love, and you store it right back here. And then you eat that bad boy up and swallow it and follow it with some cannabis. That's what us hunters do. Tim don't like eating them, though. He likes putting them in a little bubble and sending them off in the little bubble love. He finds other ways, too. Okay, bye-bye, and blessings to you all. Yeah, it's a funny, funny little world here that we all live in. We're a bunch of freaks on YouTube. Yeah. I love being a freak and a weirdo. And I'll follow it up with a song one time. Maybe I'll sing that song to you one time. Privately, I'll make a private video. That way I don't get copyrighted, and I'll throw it up on Discord. They can't copyright it, I don't think, if it's up on Discord. If they do, all well. The channel, the video, the ad's not here in my channel, so I don't really care. So I'll sing you that song. I love that song. I'll put on the music and everything. Yeah, one of these days I'm gonna get sick of being called a freaking weirdo, and I'm gonna start singing it to you guys. All right. There is no gatekeeper but you. No, Tim's the gatekeeper. I'm helping Tim. I'm supposed to protect Tim. I keep Tim company. I keep him sane. I am his everything that he don't have. Yes, we are the gatekeepers, but I'm more like a hunter who protects him. I'm like Damien there. I'm a hunter and I protect him. But then I'm a companion as well. The unity of love with him. I'm everything that he doesn't have, and I'm there to help him and his. No, not soulmate. We're twin flames. It's different from a soulmate. I have my hubby, and that does make things a little bit complicated because it does feel like you're falling in love in a way, but you're falling in love in an angelic way. It's not anything like this human love. It's different. So I know that it's not of this world and that I'm not doing anything wrong because it's a different way of being. Who's Tim? It's from Tim Who TV. Let me get you his link. We're up on the third shift hours over there. He's a learning channel. He teaches a lot of things over there. A lot of things about what we're learning and chakras and numerology and astrology and just all kinds of stuff he has over there. And he's really good at what he does. He's really knowledgeable, and he's really good. I can't even keep up with his knowledge. Let's put it that way. And there's others like ascending beings here that are like that. It's just that Tim was mine and I was Tim's, so that's the way it turned out. Let me just space. Tim Who TV. I found him whenever the green orb came out, Bruce, and I was running around screaming about that green orb. And I was saying, don't fear it, and nobody would listen. And after I got done screaming about it, I went over there to find out what it was because all I seen was the thumbnail for it. And I went in there for a minute just to see what he was talking about, and I seen the whole big picture of it, and I'm like, holy cow, that is fear amongst fear amongst fear. People need to know this, that is made for fear, that they're trying to scare us with this, and that we are not supposed to fear this, and people need to love this thing and put their love towards it because it is taking our people by fear. It is feeding off of them, and they're pulling. I can see them being pulled away, literally being pulled away, like they're pieces of them that were leaving, and they were being sucked away into this thing. And I don't think it was into the thing. I just think that they were being sucked away because they were losing themselves because of the fear and the awe of this thing. And I kept running around, and then I seen it on Tim's channel, the thumbnail, and I was running around into Soul Family, and everybody was talking about this, that, and the other possession stuff, and nobody would listen to me. And I'm like, dude, what am I supposed to do? I went on to channel, telling everybody there's this green orb, don't fear it, because I didn't want somebody to go out and find out about it and fear it, and start crying that this thing is up in the air, and getting all fearful of it and stuff, because we're sensitive people, and whenever we see fear, we get sensitive about it and we fear it ourselves. So I wanted to make sure that everybody knew about it. And I met Tim that way. It was through his thumbnail that I seen as I was leaving Global Witness's channel. He was talking about some other orbs, some little bitty orbs, and I wasn't even paying attention. I was doing my job, plucking people the way I usually do, bringing them over to my channel, because I knew that it was going to be for a purpose one day, because I was being told that everything was being led for me. Um, So I went over there and played him like a fiddle until I wormed my way in there and got past Gordon and took over. And that's the way it was, because I knew what he was. The minute I saw him, I knew what he was, but I didn't know exactly what he was. It was kind of like one of those things that you knew that you were supposed to be there, behind there with him. You were supposed to be helping him. And so that's what I did. I just kind of like manipulated my way in with my words. But he liked variety. So I had to do a lot of different things in order to get his attention so that he'd seen that I was one with him. Uh, but I didn't know I was supposed to be like that with him, and not until his birthday, which was kind of weird. It was kind of unique that we found out on that particular day. And then we spent the next few days trying our best to catch up and to be those two that are in the center as love. Because in this, here I'll show you this. This is how we think the elements are supposed to go. So imagine this is your element wheel. Here. This is a game that we play. It's called Wheel of Elements or something. And so if you imagine this here, this is right here is air. There's nothing there because it's air. This is poo. You can see the poo there. It's like your little avatar on, it's like your little emoji on there. But in the center, there's this. That's the element we're missing. We were right there. I was one half. He was the other half of me. We were spinning this elements in circles. They were right over there on our day. During all of our days, really, because we were doing this in between. You guys didn't see what we were doing, but we were doing what we were told to do. We were doing a lot of things that nobody else seen because they were brought to us at the last minute, and we were off here at the time, and we knew we had to get it done. So then we had the water and the fire and the poo, which is supposed to be earth, and then air, and the center is supposed to be love. And each of these are south, north, east, and west. And I think we did that because it's all backwards. There is no time here. Everything is backwards to us. Everything. Anytime we're ever thinking anything in the like a normie personality, we'll think of it in the opposite. But now we know better. We know what we need to do and how we need to do it. And that's always listen to our guides while we're doing it, and they'll lead us there along the way. But yeah, that's how me and Tim got to be. Oh well, Damien, you gotta wait for it. You can't go running from it. You go. It's like if you're lost. If you go out trying to find your way back, nobody's gonna be. That's why they say. That's why they say to stay put. It's because it's life or death right now that you stay put, so that she can find you and you can find her. We thought for sure that it was going to happen whenever you came back and there'd be a new neighbor and that she'd be waiting as your new neighbor, and here you left. That would be just the way, wouldn't it? But yeah, you just kind of got to put yourself out there and keep, you got to follow what your guide is telling you. That's what I did. I followed what my guide was telling me. He followed what his guide was telling him. And that's how we wound up to support each other here. Get some rest, Anya, and thank you for your hard work. Oh, I'm never going to get rest. You know that, Damien. I'll be up all night again. Probably be talking to Tim all night, working on stuff, working on magic and like trying to get these sigils down and all that good stuff. Sitting, where do you find this number I see of 1,044? I'll let Ascending answer that before I take off here because I don't want you to. We have many incarnates of ourselves on the planet. There is really only 800,000 different souls, not 7 billion. Really, different souls. Well, you and Tim need to talk. Because maybe between the two of you, in your knowledge, between you ascending and between Tim ascending and wisdom, I think you guys might really be able to get somewhere if you work together a little. get on that Discord and, get on a phone call with him and talk to him a little. I think that you guys will have a lot to share as far as knowledge goes, because he has some pretty great ideas that I think are really good. But then what do I know? I'm just a kindergartner. But I do have my empath, and my empath has always been right. It's never led me wrong. It's telling me that he is the gatekeeper and I'm supposed to protect him at all cost. And I will die for him. And I think that you have that too, but you're just put there for other people. But what I'm trying to do is just get us all together so that we can build this net. And me and Tim will worry about the gatekeeping along with Damien and our crew. We all have crews out there. I think that yours is, Alex and Warrior Princess and maybe even Mother Nature. Mother Nature saved me, so she's my mother, so that connects us in a way. I'm just a newbie in this. I think I came after you guys came, and most of these people here did, like Damien and Daniel, and I think Bruce has been in it for a while. I'm pretty sure of. I have that feeling about Bruce. It's been at least a year or two. That's so true when we all come together with love for truth. Yeah. And we get it too. Anytime that I ask, it'll be answered by the next morning. I tell you what. You just have to watch for the signs and watch for the feelings. Like there's little things that will happen. So like if you're not supposed to be on that phone won't work for you for the first couple minutes. Did you know that? It won't work for you. That's the reason why. Is because they don't want you using it. They don't want you to make that phone call. There's something wrong with it. Hang up. Try again in a few minutes. What have you got to lose? I mean, it's only a few minutes. I will die for any soul. It just changes frequency for me. Well, true, but I got to be here. I would die for anybody too, but I got to be here. And that's my job, is to protect him if any negative comes in. And he is starting to be negative himself, starting to whine and getting in that awe and the fear and woe is me kind of thing. I got to stop him from doing that because I'm his other half. Yeah, I have to live for him because he's too busy in his own head. So I have to tell him to roll his shoulders back, sit up straight. I'm like Mama Bear in there, and he's like Papa Bear in there, and he's trying to get the show ready for his travelers, his fellow travelers in there. And he's got to get it all straight, and he's got to make sure that he's right about this and that that's in order. And yes, that is you speaking to yourself. Yeah, I'm always speaking to myself. I need a Nunya. You got one, babe. You can call me anytime. If you need a help, if you just want to meditate, just to you and I together, I'll get on Discord right now. I am that committed to my travelers, especially travelers like you. So meet me over there. I'll go. I'm gonna get off here and I'll go over there and I'll meet you over there. Okay? I'd love to meditate with just you alone again. My head doesn't stop. Okay, I'll leave you alone. I'm just like the bunny. I'll keep going. I don't care. But if you wanted to, just give me a call. It'll come up that you're calling. I'll pick it up. I got some cleaning to do in the meantime. But yeah, I can just stop for like 10 minutes and meditate. I love to meditate. Anytime I can, anytime anybody wants to, I am for it. I am all about the meditation because I know that the longer I go is the best off I am. Yeah, I know I give long goodbyes. I'm just trying. I don't want to leave you guys. It feels so good to connect. I don't know. Ascending, I love your truth. Or yes, you are. You don't even know, Bruce. You don't even know. You need to go check out his channel. Go do one of his lives, really. That's where it's at. It's his lives. Because he does these readings. And he has these dragon cards. And I don't think he always uses those. But if he uses them that day, they are nice cards. I don't know why he uses them or anything. But I can't wait to find out. And I'll find that out later once I'm interested in it. but right now I'm more interested in the healing part. If you know anything about that, Cindy, I'll come right to you. The healing part of things. I'll come check out your channel if you say that you got healing stuff in there that uses Tai Chi and all that. I'll be there because I'm always looking to promote my fellow brother in here in the community rather than the person that has 700 views, 700,000 views. You know, I'd rather support my people here in the community, not my people, but you know what I'm saying. Uh, oh, you know. Yeah, he is great. I fell in love with him like I think it was like the third day I came into this, but I didn't feel right over there. I felt like a dummy. And it wasn't that they didn't know how to teach anything, it was that they were all pretty high up there. And yeah, it's hard to get in with somebody who's higher up because it's kind of ridiculous to talk to somebody else who's lower. I'm finding that out, but I would never feel that way because I'm like a kindergartner at heart. I'm a different kind of, I would be a different kind of sage. I would be such a different kind of sage, guru, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. I guess it'd be, yeah, I guess it'd be a sage or something like that. And I'll figure it out along the way. I'm just kind of like going off the seat of my pants and kind of figuring things out as I go along. I am going to be reading this again and again and again just to get there and figure it out, you know, and have that knowledge forefront every time I talk about it. But I'm not there yet, and that's why they get annoyed with us is because we're not there yet. I use part technology and part spirit in all my work to be able to work in this 3D we are now we are in now, but fun. Yeah, I use it too, like the cell phones with chatting and being able to meditate like that. If I'm feeling like I'm in a pinch, I can just go to any chat room and get all that love that's in that chat room. Uh, but when I'm left or right. All right, well, you guys have a wonderful night. Have fun, be safe again, and everything that you do. And I will see you here in a couple more hours and about 3 more hours. I'm thinking I have to contact my niece and find out from her whenever she's ready to come, and that would be Galaxy Corn Club. So please make her feel welcome if you're in the house, if you're in the chat room then. Just think of Corn Club. Corn. It's such a unique name, you can't forget it. So make her feel welcome and chat it up with her. That way she feels like her voice counts. She's having a really hard time. Don't let her I told don't let her know I told you that. But yeah, she could use the love and she can use the energy and the voice. I think the chat. Uh, so if everybody can make her feel welcome if you're coming tonight, that would be awesome. And I will see you then. And peace out. Moro.